I'm not going to say that again. I said it last week because it was the first one back. But anyway, how you all doing? I am Ravie Davie, the Fresh Prince of Drummond Square, and I'm joined with
Georgia,
my partner. And this is the 10 Years In podcast episode
38.
38. Definitely is 38, isn't it?
But I checked before we came in. I went
100%.
onto YouTube and had to check.
Right,
We're getting that many. We've done that many now where we're starting to forget the numbers. I think that's quite a good thing.
Definitely.
But if you've made it to episode 38, thank you so much. I put a message, I think, on my TikTok the other day to say, please remember to subscribe. I think people watch it and maybe unsubscribing, but we're nearly at 600 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm pretty proud of.
Buzzing about that. We're nearly at 5,000 followers on TikTok as well.
Oh no, Bo told me that yesterday actually. Bo's here in the studio the night with his earphones in. He's also started the podcast today with his pals.
We do some podcast.
So he never ever wants to come to the podcast, but I think he wanted to come tonight to try and get some hints and tips.
And he's just sitting with his headphones
He's
on,
just
not even paying
ignoring us.
attention to it and can't even hear us, not I mean? Nah, we'll talk about you. Anyway, we're also joined in the studio today by another lovely guest.
Becca,
Becca,
which is Curtis's partner, who is stepping in for Curtis tonight. So I think we might just keep her. We ditch Curtis.
If you want, I mean, you want to get rid of everybody. You want to get rid of all the guys for me? What's your problem, man? Try to get rid of me for the house. Try to get rid of
Girl
Curtis for the
power.
podcast. What I mean?
Well, I need to stay with you two all the time.
I know, it's class, innit, Bo?
No, he's not listening. Anyways, right, thank yous for tuning in this week. We had some good feedback after last week's episode. I think people liked the fact that they maybe thought I was going to train to wrestle.
But we never know, man. Tell him how to get. He's on it to tell her that he's want to see it. That's one thing about Georgia, know what I mean? She.
It's 100% no going to train to wrestle.
If everybody wants it, she will do it, man.
No, I wouldn't.
I'll be able to see if enough people said that they wanted to see her wrestle, I could talk her into it. Know what I mean?
Anyway, I want to welcome back the notepad. I actually had ditched the notepad for, I think, maybe 5 episodes because I thought maybe we didn't need it anymore, but David let me know as soon as we leave the studio last week that he wants it back because he prefers the structure. So obviously what he means for that is going to just tell me what to do, and that's what I've had to do this week.
That's
So
how our relationship works. You tell me what to do and I don't do it.
right, okay. Right, so we're just off the back of a fantastic show, by the way. We had a show in Hollytown, which David wants to talk about the fact he was in Coventry last week, but I've now spoke about Hollytown, so we've got to do that first.
You do you, man. You're the master of ceremonies. I'm just the you're the brains, I'm the beauty.
Okay. So last week, on Saturday night, we had a show in Hollytown, which is the first time I've ever ran it there, and it was, I'm going to say, it was actually one of the best shows we've done in a really long
I know,
time.
that's what I thought as well. I thought it was one of the best shows we've done, period, know what I mean? It was sold out to, we sold it to 300 people, which, when I heard it was 300 people in the venue, that was for like parties and stuff, but they used to have MMA events and stuff like that in there. So I just thought it was 300 people with like the cage inside.
Yeah.
So when I got there, I kind of realised, oh no, I'm going to need to do some hard work here, which to be fair, we managed it. It was really good. Everybody enjoyed themselves. The venue want is back, so that's always a good plus, especially because one of the woman that owned it ended up coming up to me and going, I heard you being a wee bit angry, know what I mean? No, I'm like, no, I'm angry at myself eventing, know what I mean? I'm angry at myself. I should have come down and checked the venue, know what I mean? Because obviously, instead of just assuming because there was an MMA event in before, but as I say, so that's my fault. But again, it ended up leading into a fantastic night. When I'm under stress and duress, I always come out and work harder and come out on top. Georgia was actually the man of the match, the MVP. Everybody's talking about her hard work because the place was so big, we had to pop Georgia out into the hall with the merchandise, and it was only her and we both selling merch, and Bo probably wasn't actually selling it, just selling his wee cards, not for himself.
He did contribute, to be fair.
Did he? Fair play. But Georgia was out there doing that, and eventually I had to go backstage and Georgia had to start doing tickets as well. So she was doing everything, and a lot of people have praised her for that, which she deserves because she is the hardest worker in the room.
He's just saying this, right? Because actually, by the time I got to Hollytown, me and David ended up arguing in front of everybody because we had to put chairs on the dance floor, which meant the foot covers that we'd bought for a show the previous week meant they were going to come in good use, because it meant that we could then use many chairs that this hall had, but put chairs on the dance floor, because the hall was just, it was a big hall, but it didn't hold enough for the amount of tickets we'd sold, and this was about an hour and a half before the doors opened. So David was getting annoyed at himself, but actually before I left, we've bought a new canvas because the one that
looked good, didn't it?
It looked amazing, to be fair. So we ordered this new canvas because we've got bigger shows and stuff coming up, and we wanted it to look brand new. But there was no need for that canvas to come with us on Saturday, so I packed the car full, and he was like, "No, you need to bring the canvas." I've taken everything out, back out the motor, left stuff in the house, including the feet covers, because I didn't know we needed them. And then by the time we got to Hollytown, David says, "Where's the feet covers?"
I didn't know we needed them.
Aye. And then he was saying to me, "Go all the way home and come back again." And I said, "If I go home, I'm no coming back. Like, there's no way I'm coming back here, by the way." So we were arguing, and everybody does that thing where, see, like, couples are up with, they must be used to seeing us arguing, most of the crew, and they just look away and like walk away, and it's as if they're just like, don't even go anywhere near them. But it worked out amazing. David was shouting as usual to everybody, and I says to him, "You need to start understanding that when everybody knows you, so when you're using that big voice that you've got, the people are like," that's why the manager thought that you were like angry. When
It's
actually
loud.
you were
It's
only
not a very loud guy, man. He's got a big voice, and then obviously when it's in bigger places, then it be loud. I just want to make sure you can't hear me.
Aye, but it was brilliant. The show was good. There was loads of people that had never been to wrestling before. Like David was on first, and he said, "Put your hand up if you've never been to wrestling before." And majority of that room had never been to wrestling. So, and then people were coming up at the end asking, like, "When's your next show?" And we've sold a lot of tickets for a Pollock show coming up at the end of the month, which is good.
That's all thanks to the big strong man and his former partner Nick Justice betraying him. Now people want to see the big strong man beat Nick Justice for the Glasgow Square Wrestling title. So if you're one of the people who want to see that, get your tickets now at www.eventbrite.co.uk, type in Ravie Davie and go to the events. But no, serious note, that was a fantastic show, and as I said, I just booked in the next date straight after it, so 7th of November. But if you can't wait until the 7th of November, we've got a whole list of shows coming up. We're actually meant to have one coming up this Sunday, the Big Feed. A lot of people were very excited about it. We just announced it last night, but unfortunately we're going to have to cancel it. It's taken out of our hands. It wasn't us that was cancelled, it's the organisers. And I just think because probably it's a wee bit of my fault, to be fair. The guy said to me yesterday, when would you like to, no, Saturday, when would you like to date? I've got all these dates. And I was like, did you say you've got next week available? He said it would be too soon probably. And I was like, that's probably too soon on your end. I was like, no mate, especially it would be a free show. Not I was like, if we come along at your event, it's a free show, people will turn up. Not I mean, it's no too soon to promote it. So we went and got it all advertised, got all the posters and that made. And I just think maybe it was, the reason it's been cancelled, it was just a wee bit too soon. Like the actual event organisers, the people that run the people whose property it is, maybe haven't had the chance to check their insurance and make sure they've got the right stuff for it and that. So we're going to hopefully eventually one day down the line, but it just had to be cancelled this weekend, and I'm gutted about it, George. I'll tell you as well, I don't cancel shows, not unless it's really taken out of my hand. There's shows that we've lost money on and stuff like that, and probably should have cancelled it. Probably should cancel it, but I've just always in the mindset is where you're in the entertainment business, especially it's a family friendly entertainment business we're in as well, so there's families that are probably excited to come to shows and stuff like that. If we cancel, we're letting somebody down, and I feel like they might not even then come back if you do another show. Whereas if you do that show, even if it is losing a bit of money, you need to take risks to get reward, all that stuff. If you do that show and it loses a bit of money, you might at least have all the people enjoy the show and then go away and talk about it and tell people, and then the next time you go back it might do more. So Matt was taken out of our hands, but we're going to try and sort out something to eventually go and do a wrestling show there. I actually gutted on land see because I feel like this was going to be very good. It's like the Big Feed Glasgow.
I'm gutted about all the food I was going.
That's what I was saying. It's up at well, technically I'm going to say to the guy, man, if we can still go up at least 100 flyers. I don't know what I mean. May as well if the worst comes to it. But what was I saying there?
Aye, because it was a Big Feed, it was going to be loads of new people.
Loads of new people.
Never been to wrestling before.
I went and booked a right good wrestling card for it. Not I mean the wrestlers that I'd actually go for it was some good talent. I'm not saying that there's no good talent on any of the shows a day, but I really wanted to have a CPW level show at this, even if it was a free show at the event. I just thought it would have been good to show people this is what see. And then you never know, all these different vans and stuff like that, they probably have events or other places where they would talk to somebody, or should get this wrestling. It brought all these people in that then went and bought all my food and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was really wanting to make it a good event, but it's not going to be the end date, and I'm going to actually get the person that makes our graphics to like get a graphic made with like May, June, July, August, and have it all.
Because there's so many other gala days and stuff
we've
that
got
we're
hundreds of
actually
stuff
doing.
that are up, man.
Aye.
This year's so busy, man. I said last year I'm not running as many, because we ran about 50 shows last year, and I said I'm not running as many shows this year, and right now we've got 48 shows.
Why are you lying?
48 shows booked in for January to December of this year.
Yeah,
And Mer will definitely come up.
100%. I really can't bother. I know I said that 2 weeks ago, but
Well, can't wait. No, I mean, I can't wait, man. Here we go. That's one of the reasons I'm gutted or not, because I see as well, I'd have been running basically a show every weekend until like September if we'd done this.
Yeah.
Like August.
I think it's just gutting because it was free for people to come to, which encourages parents to think, right, well, if my Waynes don't enjoy it, then at least I can just go up the road with no spend like £25-30.
And if they did enjoy it, which most of them would have, they'd have probably
Came
came more
back.
shows.
So it would have been good for us, although we were doing this for free. It would have been good for us to be able to get new people, because wrestling's such a niche thing. The majority of the time, just like Hollytown, as soon as you get them in the door, they think, my Waynes love this.
I like to get them back. Well, somebody came to the camp today for the Hollytown show on Saturday, aye. The guy
wild.
started his first, he came in for his first class today.
It's so strange that I feel like, even I've took my pals and stuff to wrestling before, and every time one of them have been like, I've actually really enjoyed this. Somebody came up to me and said that on Saturday and said their husband was meant to be bringing their kids, but then he couldn't make it, so she had to come. And she went like that, but this is actually better than I expected.
Honestly, wrestling's the best form of entertainment. It's soap opera for guys, but obviously women like soap operas anyway, so if they watch it, they like it and on. Obviously it's big jack guys, which, know what I mean, they want something, man, this is better. Know what I mean, Max Brannan for EastEnders, man, fuck that, man, I've got fucking Roman Reigns, know what I mean, get your pants off, big man. Know what I mean, what? Obviously it's like all your favourite soap stuff. The one time Bo hears it says me telling Roman Reigns to get his pants off, know what I mean? What's that all about? You guys mortified, but what? Camden, you're right. Anyway, what was I saying there? Aye, so it's just good, wholesome fun for all the friends and family, unless Roman Reigns is getting his pants off, know what I mean? Then maybe just cover the Wayne's eyes, know what I mean? Don't want them seeing that. So that's what I do. So I think if you come and watch it, you will thoroughly enjoy it. Had a childhood friend coming along to the show as well, Bob Clancy, and he's now end up buying tickets for our next show. He's actually end up buying one more ticket than they bought for that show, know what I mean? So he's obviously told somebody he's bringing them along as well. So I'm saying, man, it's
so good.
It's the best form of entertainment there is, and I think you should get a ticket and come along and see one of the shows, see what it's all about. Or even if you don't want to, like Georgia said, if you don't want to take the risk with your Waynes, we have got a lot of shows that are going to be coming up, a lot of free shows. We've also got the King of the Scheme, too. That's going to be a free show at the Govan Fair. It starts at half free outside the Pearce Institute, and it'll be going for half free at about 6 o'clock ish. So that's a free show. All your favourite CPW wrestlers, Ravie Davie, his cousin Anders on a stag do actually, Caden Cross, Spider Bam, Big Ross, all your favourites will be there, and much more. So come along and see that, or we'll keep you posted, because we're going to have lots of free events, as well as we're going to have events that you can buy tickets for. Obviously the ticketed events, they're going to be that bit better, because obviously it means we've got a budget to spend on things and that, like flying people in and stuff like that. But as I say, any of our shows are always good. We always make sure we put on a show.
Correct, no, I totally agree. But David has got a story about Coventry when he was wrestling down there last weekend, 2 weeks ago. Well, nearly 2 weeks ago. It'll be the time this comes out.
So I was wrestling down in Coventry that Sunday, but the Sunday before, and what had happened, I would actually go on a show, try to get into this company for ages, Wrestle Carnival, and it's actually quite hard to get down to England when you're a Scottish wrestler, just because there's so many good wrestlers down there anyway, and then either flights or travel down to England is obviously expensive with the petrol and stuff, so it's quite hard to get down to England, and I'm really trying to get there because it's one of the best places to wrestle, just for like having consistent work and stuff. So I tried to get in this Wrestle Carnival, couldn't get there for ages and ages, and then the promoter put up that he needed a ring. His ring van had what'd you call it, had, what's the word,
Not being available. Aye. So I'd offered up my ring. I was like, well, I'll use mine. I've got a show the day before and stuff like that. He's like, alright, no problem, brilliant. And then, thank God,
the guy that's ringing it had got his van fixed, so he didn't need my ring, but obviously booked me in the show and announced me and stuff like that, so had to still bring me down. Yes. So that was good. And when we got down there, it was like a 5-hour journey down, 5-hour journey back, so it was a long day, and obviously I'm not just driving straight down and straight back, you're stopping in between and stuff like that. So I was in this rumble and getting into too much secrets, I was one of the more experienced people in the rumble, so I felt like kind of had to take charge, like what I always do, and kind of just make sure everybody knew what they were doing and what was happening and stuff like that.
I can't believe you took charge.
As I'm doing this, a boy comes up to me, Sunview Ho, I think it is, right? And he says to me, "You're Ravie Davie." I'm like, "I'm Ravie Davie." He's like, "You're eliminating me, but I have to eliminate you first." And I was like, "Right, sorted, mate. What do you want to do?" So he's like, "Oh, my gimmick is I'm a cat. So I don't like cats, right? I fucking hate cats." So straight away, I'm like, here we go. And remember, I always meant to be eliminating me, so he just meant to fling me out, that's all. And he starts telling me everything he's got to do. He's full bit, know what I mean? So he's like, "So I'm going to lie down. I'm going to have my arms like this and my legs, and I'm going to tell you to rub my belly." So I'm like, I tell people they need to take wet willies and nuggies and all that and dead arms and like fling their arms and try and punch me. So I can't really say no to the boy, you know what I mean? I can't really go like, "Sorry, son, you hon, mate, we're not doing that." So he's telling me, he's like, "Right," so I'm like, "Right," so I'll rub your belly then, and he's like, "Then I grab your hand and I bite you." Like, brilliant. And then he's like, "Then I kick you." It's like, "Oh, fantastic." Then I roll out, springboard claws. So he jumps down there, claws me, right? Boom, hits me with that. Rolls it again, springboard claws, boom, hits me again. Then he goes it for a third time, but I'm too smart, so I duck under him. But as I duck under him, he gets me behind, backbreaker, my back. Then he goes out again, then he runs, gives me a big knee, hits me in the knee, rolls it, big flying claws again. But I'm too smart this time. I grab him like I'm fucking John Cena. He slides down my back, pushes me, super kicks me, and I go flying out the ring, right? So I'm sitting gutted, devastated, know what I mean? Well, I've not been eliminated yet, but he's planning, he's told me this, I'm like, I don't know, mate, know what I mean? How about we like try and sell it, know what I mean? We try and make it seem a bit bigger. And he's like, "Aye, we'll do that." So I'm going to agree to do it, but I'm trying to like make it better, know what I mean? I don't feel like he needed all the jumps. I felt there was one jump too many, know what I mean? There was one too many claws. He only had a minute to go. He only fucking had 1 minute, know what I mean? In between the fucking eliminations and people coming out. No, I was like, "Mate, I'm going to get fucking, this isn't going to go right here." So end up, he's going through it with me, my mate Darius comes up and he goes like, "Oh, you met Sunview on that, you doing the cat gimmick?" And I was like, "I am doing the cat." He's like, you need to do the cat gimmick." I was like, "I know I need to do it, mate. I know I need to do it. I'm going to do it, alright. Why do you think I'm not going to do it?" He's like, "I've done it before." I was like, "I know, I've agreed to it. I'm going to do the cat thing, right? Calm down." So we go out and do the match, right? And he's come in, he's lying down on his belly, on his back, getting ready. And the fucking crowd are going mental. They're going like, "Rub his belly. Rub his belly." So I'm like, "Alright, fair play, mate. Your skin's good." Fair enough, know what I mean? Sometimes even I'm wrong, know what I mean? Fuck's sake, fair do. So I'm like, obviously, you need to G it up, but you can't just rub his belly. So I'm like, everybody. No,
you
man.
walking the crowd?
Nah, I walked in the crowd, obviously, man. They wanted me to rub his belly, but I had them eating at the palm of my hands, know what I mean? I was like, should I do it? Should I do it? Right. Nah. They're getting like, "Rub his belly." I was like, "Right, I'll do it. Rub his belly, bites my fingers, boom, man, boom, roll out, flying claws, boom. Eventually eliminate him, man, fight him at the back, boom, all that stuff. And it was really, really good. I tell you what, that was my favourite part of the match, my favourite part of the show. I thought the boy was really good. Eventually you'll see Sunview Hun up here.
Really? That's it's probably Bo's headphones you can hear.
We'll have Sunview because he's a character, but that's the thing, obviously that's what wrestling's all about. His characters, he comes out as a cat, but it actually works, and he's actually really good at wrestling. All stuff he does, all stuff he does. No,
so you got to have him up in CPW.
Definitely, he's in a tag team called the Futures Meow.
Right.
Instead of the Futures Now. You know, see on his Instagram, it says driving lesson attempts free, broken heart.
Sorry,
so you definitely see him.
I need to go back. Sorry, I just remembered something that you done on Saturday in your match, and I know this isn't a wrestling podcast, but
it is the night. You know what I mean?
So
the wrestling family.
Right, so on
The
Saturday,
stinky end, they know nothing.
the on Saturday in your match, you got kicked out the ring and you pulled a wee guy's glasses.
No.
off his
You need to
face.
explain it more, but the reason it doesn't make sense. So I get flung out the ring, right? And then I was about to hit my opponent, right? I was battling him about with a hammer, the wee inflatable hammers that you can get at the merch desk for £5. And if you buy them for £5, there's a good chance your way will get a hit. The wrestlers weigh them, know what I mean? So get yours now at any merch desk available. They'll be blowing up fees and everything, know what I mean? But anyway, I was battling this guy with battling. Ronan King, actually, I talk about this guy, one of the best uncurling wrestlers in Scotland. And he's went and grabbed me with my eyes, right? And he's like poked them in, so I couldn't see. So I've turned right, and I'm like, oh, I can't see any wee guys in front of me, and I feel that he's got glass on. So I picked him off and I put him on. I was like, oh my god, I can see again.
No, you went. That's better.
And I'm like, oh my god, I can see again. That's better or whatever, right? But I did say after that, I can see again. Not I mean, I was like, I can see. I turned round and I get kicked in the face, man.
I thought
Boom.
you kicked the wee guy's glasses right off your face, but it worked so well.
No, honestly, I think it's the best thing I've ever done in wrestling, man. Genuinely.
So funny.
So, that happened, and then back to the Catboy. So basically, I'm going to bring the Catboy up here, right? And you know, I'm going to put him against. I'm going to put him against the vegan cruiserweight champion, Mark McAllister, because obviously, as a vegan, he obviously also want to be cruel to animals. So then, Sunview Ho can beat him. We're giving him a cruiserweight champion.
You've called him like 3 different names.
The wee cat, dude. Know what I mean?
Aye.
The wee cat for Kamikaze Pro. Know what I mean?
Oh, God.
He'll not mind anyway when I'm bringing him up to Scotland and playing freeze travel and all that. Because he'll call me whatever you want, David.
I know. No, I
Fuck's
can't wait
sake.
to see him. It's got to be a laugh.
I know.
Have you got an idea for what show you got to put him?
I don't know, nah. Well, I want to get him before the Govan Rumble because I want to get Gene Money up, and I don't know who he does.
Oh,
the
yeah.
So I'm going to also put him against Mark McCarthy,
Yeah.
and it's got to be like,
Oh,
know what I mean?
aye.
Like, he's like Ravie Davie's trying to mess me up, trying to make me hit animals and all that.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
That's quite good. I'm I'm a creative genius.
I know. Just be that creative in the house when you need to pick up your Step 1 boxers off the flare instead of promoting them on TikTok.
Here, speaking of that, man, I've made Step 1 sponsored athlete, by the way. I've made Step 1 £3,000 in the past 2 days.
I thought you'd make that amount of money.
£3,000. No, about 10%, know what I mean? I'm getting off it, so do the maths, know what I mean? No bad for 2 days work of just making dad videos, know what I mean? And see the trolls, keep trolling me on this one, please. This is the best one, because any time of day I get a reply to it and put the wee link on and people keep seeming to buy them. At the end of the day, in our troops, obviously, if you do buy them, thank you very much, because it is putting a wee bit of money in my pocket. Not the most, but it's not going to, as I said, it's not the end of the road if I don't make it either, because it's just anyway. I'm promoting these because I swear by them. No, I mean, I literally have 15 pairs of these. Georgia knows a wee stocking full of a wee pair of Step 1s for my birthday or my Christmas. Doesn't go amiss, no, I mean, it puts a big smile on my face. Honestly, I'm trying to tell her, man, she should get a Step 1 pants.
I don't want them.
Know what I mean? Last week I was saying about Japanis. This week she should get a Step 1 pants. Know what I mean? Stop with chafing. No, it doesn't even stop with chafing, obviously. Those are just normal pants. I don't know where that could chafe. But
It must be the soft material for women, I would imagine.
maybe,
But the lycra bit inside of yours obviously massively helps.
I know it does,
Since
honestly.
you told the fella TikTok that it annoys me when you chafe.
No, it annoys you when I get big spots and I bust them. And I'll just sit in front of Georgia.
Right,
It's obviously
we don't
not
need to know.
leg up, no, and I'll be like, right, it'll be right in here, and I'm like,
That's
right,
disgusting.
right, it's a boil and also it's big and juicy, and I'm like,
You're actually vile. Get your feet off Clutch's desk.
and I love it.
So he's dead passionate about it.
My
But
busting spots make my favourite thing in the world.
he had told me he'd made like £700 or £800, and then a few years later he told me he'd made over £1,000.
I know. I
So
said
I
I've sold 1,100 worth of pants. I didn't say I've made.
So I
Right?
thought that
My
he'd
message
made
would have been a
£1,000.
lot happier and more X's and heart emojis and all that if I'd made £3,000 on a pair of pants. No, I mean, if I'd made myself £3,000 selling boxers, the wrestling would be figuring out how to. I'd be making adverts right now. Know what I mean?
I was starting
We'd have a
thinking,
pair of Step
I wonder
1s on
what I
that
can buy.
desk. No, if I'd made £3,000 on selling a pair of pants, I'd have a pair on that desk. The new.
I
But
was
anyway,
trying-
Step 1, if you want, we can talk some business. Know what I mean? That's me just making wee videos where I'm not even concentrating. Know what I mean? So if you actually want to talk some business, and we can have the first ever Step 1 sponsored athlete, or if you have already got Step 1 sponsored athletes, because you actually probably do, to be honest, I could be the first ever Step 1 sponsored wrestler. And if I do sell, I've got a lot of wrestlers with big chunky thighs. Give them a wee discount, you money. Swear to God, mate.
So passionate.
I'm well them.
No, I believe you, honestly. We don't need to know.
They have to know.
They have to know.
Look,
there
I've
we
got my
go.
steplands
It's a
on.
wee teal pear.
No, I'm going to just leave it like that now.
No.
Brandon, no, oh, marketing. Can you see it?
Right. So I obviously thought that he had actually made that amount of money, and I was telling...
She'd probably out on Amazon or something, man.
I was thinking, what am I going to buy myself? So I was telling Shelby, Danielle and Ailey about it, and the reason I'm bringing them up is because I want to talk to you about us going out yesterday to Partick Duck Club, which I keep calling it the Ducks of Partick, when it's called Partick Duck Club, which is like a brunch place. You get like breakfasts, some really fancy stuff. And I said to Shelby, don't take me anywhere with seafood because I'm so fussy. So I ended up getting sourdough bread with bacon, which to be fair, I think I'm allergic to sourdough bread. I don't ever get it. And I also had some truffle fries, which were amazing. I think I'm a fan of truffle fries now. It's like a Parmesan.
I
can't actually say Parmesan without saying Parmesan. I don't know where we got that for. Aye, they were amazing. The place was absolutely jumping. Shelby got some sort of scampi with like mushy. Do you like scampi?
I love scampi. I've not had it since I was a wee boy, but I used to love it. And
you don't ever eat fish?
What? I eat fish and chips too, Chippy.
Aye, that's only. I had a fish finger Happy Meal on Saturday.
Eat tuna as well.
Are we rating or hating fish finger Happy Meals in 2025?
I love that. I'm just too fat and greedy to have only fish fingers. You know what I mean? It's not really something I've ever eaten in the house. Like
you should do a fish finger meal. I'm putting that out there, McDonald's. Like 6 fish fingers, medium fries.
A fillet of fish. That's what.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no, it's literally a fish finger burger.
Is it?
It's literally a big fish finger. You've not even tried. No, I mean that's literally what it is.
No, I wouldn't eat that.
No, don't. No, you're actually eating money. Actually, I'm going to have it on TikTok. She's got to do a filet of fish review.
No, because my people get my TikTok being like, "You can't eat that.
Who cares?
You'll be allergic."
Class. Then you can get better content when you're broke.
So, anyways, after we had brunch, we went out to this pub. Obviously, the Celtic and Rangers game was on, and we just sat outside because it was sunny. And this woman walked by me and she said, "Georgia?" And I looked at her and I was like, "Oh, somebody's got to say, oh, you're Ravie Davie's girlfriend." And I said, "Oh, hi." And she said, "Do you remember me?" And I was like, "Oh, I do remember this woman's face, but I don't remember who she is." So anyway, it turns out I did actually know her, and she gave us all a drink for free, which was so nice. But it got me, Danielle and Shelby talking about just people recognising you off of TikTok. And I was just telling them about the amount of times that you get stopped randomly and people just give you their phones and say, "Can you send a wee video to my grandma? Or can you send a wee video to like some of their Waynes or something?" And David's like taking the phone and be like, "All right, pal, hope you're sitting in at school." And it's the most randomest things that you're put on the spot. You know, it's like, if it's like somebody who's like a teenager, you're like, "Don't be drinking." It's like the same rigmarole you say.
You need to alright, wee man, fucking get down the park, man. Make sure you've got a boat of Mad Dog and you're firing it at 3 different birds so that if you at least get there's more chance that you'll take one home at night. You know what I mean? What do you want me to say? No, it's just funny because it's like they obviously don't realise how like awkward it is for you. No, my favourite thing is, right, see when somebody stalks me, right, and they're with a 3-4-year-old Wayne, right, and they go like that, "Like, I get a picture with the wee man, he absolutely loves you." And I'm like that, mate, he loves Blippy. No, I mean, he loves fucking, I don't
Peppa
even
Pig.
Bluey, no, I mean Peppa Pig, fucking all this rigmarole. He doesn't even know who I'm. You're a Ravie Davie. Why not just ask for a selfie, bro? No, I mean I'll happily take one with you. Can even get a selfie where it's me, you and the Wayne, know what I mean? So you don't feel as awkward, bro. But it's obviously for you, know what I mean? Especially when they're like, "Ravie Davie," and they start kind of explaining it, but try, know what I mean? Like the wrestler, know what I mean? When doesn't even know what wrestling is.
See the amount of times as well where somebody will come up to David and be like, "Oh, my dad said he knows you," or "Remember you used to work with him?" And he goes like, "No." Right, and he'll just argue back and forth, and I say to him, "See, next time that happens, just go, aye, I remember." But I'm like, he's Ron's, and you like argue back and forth.
People shouldn't be lying to their Waynes.
Agree.
People should not be lying to their children and telling them that they know that me and them know each other pals. Know what I mean? Because they watch me on TikTok.
People have been.
Because I done a shift with them. Know what I mean? Once when I was on agency. Know what I mean? Expect me to remember their dad. John fucking Rankin. No, I don't remember John Rankin, man. Oh, I gave him 2 bits of plasterboard when I used to fucking be a labourer at one site one time. Oh my god, I'm glad people remember it. Probably didn't even tell my name, probably thought it was a bit of shit in his shoe, you know what I mean? Because I was a labourer, but now I need to remember him. He's Wayne.
It's so funny.
Belter.
I'm like, just get on, you know. What's the point?
No. Then that's teaching the Waynes that lying is okay. Because one day their dad would say to them, I was only actually kidding, I didn't even know what I mean.
Didn't you know him?
Nope. I'm teaching your Waynes to be respectful.
To be respectful.
Actually, no, to be fair, I would actually I'll be sound with the Waynes, obviously. That's what I'm saying. You're setting the Waynes up to have a bad experience because I went up the Waynes, but I'm going to the dick, know what I mean?
See,
that doesn't know my dad.
On Saturday, these wee boys had arrived to the show early and they're walking up the corridor and they're like, I hope he's here, I can't wait to meet him. And they go to the edge of the door and I said, who are you looking for? And they're like, Ravie Davie, we've never met him before. And they go up to the door and they went, Davie, and he went, get!
We were setting up the show.
God.
No, I mean, we're setting up the show, and then George was like, shouldn't have done that. And the best part about it was they didn't bought tickets or anything like that, so they should definitely know I've been in the building.
It was as if they went from like up here to down there real quick. Like they were so excited. It was a big long corridor, and then they just got to the front door. David was like right there, and he just went, get it!
Well, I'm sorry to say, right, so I'm only human, right? I'm actually, I run a promotion, a wrestling promotions company, events company. I run a wrestling school. I wrestle on the shows, and obviously we do it together, you know what I mean? But
you knew I was going to correct you there.
Aye, definitely. But like, I'll do all these different things, right? I'm sorry if you you wouldn't sneak into the Hydro, but no, I mean, you wouldn't. If you guys had bought tickets to go and fucking see. Obviously, I'm not putting myself on the level of these people, you know what I mean? But even if fucking they'd bought tickets to go and see an Elvis tribute at the hall, they wouldn't go in before that, you know what I mean? So why is it my shit? Why is it always me and I get made to look the bad guy?
Yeah.
They're doing a bad thing to me, like sneaking into my hangman. But that is out of order doing that. Like, you wouldn't date anybody else. The mums and dads would probably check them for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, because it's me, I have to be the bad guy. I'm stressed out my box. I'm in a venue where I've been told that I thought I can hold 300 people, and I need, no, I mean, I'm trying to move everything about the place, try to make sure the ring's set up, try to make sure everybody's doing their job, and then I've got these freebie guys that aren't even got tickets to the show, so they're not even coming to the show, you know what I mean? So, well, thank fuck I never gave them the photo. No, I mean, buy your tickets next time, boys. 7th of November, I'll give you at Hollowtown General Motors. Make sure you coming in time. But no, see, but I'm the bad guy. You know? I mean, the wee guys will probably go away and tell all their wee mates. Not that I'm an arsehole when I'm just highly strung out sometimes.
Just a bit.
And at the end of the day, they shouldn't make me act like that.
Yeah. Right, okay, moving on. So,
What was next?
last week you went to a food place in Paisley. A burger place?
I don't even know. You've wrote us down. You mentioned this last week, and you put
I
it in there.
wrote it down, but I have to do the writing. But when I write it down,
I haven't even a comment. You don't know what I mean? There was nothing to hit home about. No, it was a Just Eat thing. No, I mean, I just got a wee burger off it. No, it was. I wouldn't even. It was 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Sobey burger. The funny thing is, George said it spelled it Sobay when it's Sobe burger. So that's my only thing about it. 5 out of 10.
Right, okay. Well, there you go, team.
But I wanted to bring up something, right?
It's not on the fucking notepad.
Fuck up.
It's not on the notepad. It's not getting in.
No, it is getting in. Right, so you know how we were going on, we were talking a while back with Curtis and that about the Facebook groups?
Yeah.
Well, I have a belter.
Better be a belter.
The Hillington Cardon Penny Lee group yesterday, right?
I think I
He's
saw
ready.
this.
Somebody's like, hello. I was just wondering what I can do about this, please. I'm so scared it won't grow back. I was wondering if it's happened to anybody else and how long it takes to come back. Question mark, question mark. And in the picture, there is a piercing with what
appears to be
a, what's the word? A nipple head. The head of a nipple. And then the second photo is where the nipple, I can only assume, has came from, and like a wee bit of redness, like where the nipple is detached from. So the person's obviously in how long does it take to come back. So obviously I went in at the comments, and the first person has said that's a first for everything to see. Someone with their baps out on the local Facebook group.
It wasn't a woman though, it was a guy, wasn't it?
No, it was a guy. I was hairy.
I got to say that. You can see big long.
It was a hairy nipple. It was a right hairy nipple. No, I hope it wasn't a woman. Not I mean. I mean, I don't really give a fuck, to be fair. I don't care if you're a woman with hairy nipples. Not I mean.
Oh, you just try to correct yourself.
I don't give a. No, I mean, my missus get hairy nipples, and that's not Mars. Right, anyway, we're on to Sean. Sean's like, oh no, I shouldn't be naming Sean. Anonymous member. Does it grow back? 4 laughing faces. Don't know if it's that funny, Sean. I mean, I'm an honest member. The things you see on social media. Never only actually an anonymous member. I'm no doctor, but can a nipple grow back? Once it's gone, it's gone. Somebody else, I was about to say their name or not. I actually used to fight with this guy in the Cardiff Bridge. That's next boy. I don't think nipples grow back. I may be wrong though. Then the next person, bruh, I could have went the rest of my life without seeing this. Go to A&E.
The piercing looked dead big. I don't know if it's because it was.
It looked a bit bent and all. Like he's definitely got caught in something or something.
Dangling, and it's just ripped right off.
Jesus, FC UK. Get to hospital, you idiot. Infection incoming. No, the guy's not called Jesus FC UK. That's what he's wrote.
Oh, right.
John just like these names. I think that's hey, the guy's got a bit of an exotic name. Know what I mean? Jesus F. Cook. Somebody else tagged their partner, I can only guess, or their pal, or their sister, actually, I think.
Anonymous
sister,
member.
Anonymous member. Sure, this happened to you. Does it grow back?
They're just out in their pal.
And the next one. Your nipple. No, it won't grow back. Are you joking? Please go to A&E. So what do you guys think? Do you think a nipple can grow back?
Nah, I think it'll just scab over.
Has anybody ever had experience? Oh, I'd love that to be fair. I'd end up picking my nipple off I'm a pure scab pickle, man. If that happened to me, I would be picking that. I'd be busting my nipple and all that. Oh.
Thing today, you really love picking scabs.
Horrible, so that is, to be fair.
I know.
There was also another one, but I tagged all the comments in it, but I never actually tagged the thing with it. It was the same group, and it was a woman who said, she's like, I can't believe he's all done this, that. My 8-year-old helped me write that poem. She's now crying and all that, right? And it turns out by the looks of the comments that the post that she put up previously was a poem about like drug addiction and like taking heroin and stuff like that.
But her 8-year-old helped her write it.
Exactly. So that's what people are saying. Like, you're a Fruit Loop saying your 8-year-old wrote a poem about smoking crack and domestic violence. 5 minutes of anonymous fame. And then the anonymous members wrote back, my daughter wrote the first verse of the poem. I wrote the second 2 verses. Not once did I repeat those verses to her. Everything she wrote and heard was PG. She asked if we could post it online, and I posted the extended version of my version 2, hoping for some positive feedback. I can't believe this.
She's talking shite.
Somebody's like, I'm sorry the wee girl is upset. That's honestly devastating, but you maybe shouldn't have let her see the replies. It's up to us as mums to protect them from mockery, etc. As though you were both delighted with the poem, this page probably wasn't the place to post it. I hope she's okay. Somebody's like, no one mocked her. Go and see. She posted an inappropriate poem and people called her out. And so he's like, a harsh lesson, but that's what happens when you put your art out in the world. If there's enough to display, then it's maybe not for them, as it won't get easier than a Facebook community page. Somebody's like, art, having an 8-year-old speak about crack, smoking crack and domestic violence is art. Absolutely wild, mate. I'd be seriously concerned if my child that was 8 years knew about smoking crack and domestic violence. Someone looking for 2 minutes of fame.
Aye, that's pure attention seeking.
No, wait. The bold June. Sorry, anonymous member. These people should be ashamed. As a resident of 40 plus years, I'm truly sorry. The poem was a touching read. Lots of love.
Oh, she's trying to keep the peace.
It isn't. No, wait, this is. Did you not humiliate your child enough with that? A post and need a second? And where is it? There's the one bit. So I think you ought to have a word with yourself. If your child's concerns are around drug addicts, etc., she's a child and supposedly she's upset at these comments. Why are you allowing an 8-year-old on social media and to read comments of adults? Disturbing. So I want to ask, do you believe that this 8-year-old was writing about smoking crack and domestic violence? Or do you think that is just somebody who's attention seeking? And if you do, right, we want to know. If you have got any stories like this, you can write them into us, let us know. Even if you want to just make one up, no, I mean, just we've got something. Don't actually.
I just talk shite to us.
No, I mean, we can put it on a story. No, kidding on. But what do you think? I think she's obviously at it. No, I mean, like, why would you? What are you talking about? Your 8-year-old knowing about smoking crack? No, I mean, it's rhyme with people.
She's just tried to go back in her word because people didn't like the poem.
No, it's just something. I think she's just a troll. I think it's no. I think it's.
Really?
I think it's probably a wee guy or something like that. No, I mean, a 20-year-old guy like that. Here we go, man. It's just hilarious.
Yeah. Aye, probably.
That's something I'd have probably done.
That is something you would have done. So it's especially because you've admitted to being a troll in the past.
I was good at it, but never got caught.
And then you just out yourself at the grand age of like 30. You would have been at the time.
I'm not got a date anymore.
Watch out.
Aye.
User.
So that's me for everything on the Facebook page.
So it's one thing to bring to the table tonight.
Aye, what about it?
Well, I've got something I want to bring to the table.
Go.
I've signed up for a half marathon.
Oh, yes.
Think about that, David. Are you clapping for me?
Aye.
What's your thoughts?
I'm buzzing for you.
What are you buzzing for? It's got to be months worth of moaning,
I know, I
greeting,
can't wait for it,
complaining, even
man.
more than usual.
I actually can't wait for it. I love
Do you know I've got
moaning.
one complaint though?
What?
My toenails are sore.
Aye. Do you know what I've got a complaint about?
What?
What'd you call it?
What?
Did you mention it? Your wee story yesterday?
Oh, about me waking up?
No. About you getting it running?
About my shorts?
No.
About my shit myself?
Aye.
I didn't shit myself, I nearly did. So I went out yesterday, done 8k, got to 6k. I was going to the new Bridget Partick, and it was like, I don't know if you remember this song when you were young. It's like, when you're going into first and your shorts begin to burst, diarrhea.
Aye, obviously.
What is that from? What is that?
I don't know. It was when you cross the road and your pants explode, diarrhea.
Well, that's what
Diarrhea.
it felt like. And I said, Lisa, I need to go to the toilet like imminently. Like, basically what happened was it's David's fault, to be fair, because I was in bed on Saturday after Holytown and David shouted, Georgia, my food's here. And obviously I got up, right? So I got up downstairs and he'd had chips, cheese and kebab sauce, which I've never tried before.
Did you like it?
Aye, well, I couldn't stop eating it, and then I went to bed and then got up and then ran the next
That
day.
would have been the kebab sauces with your ass would have been.
And then I've never tried it before. I had 2 bits of your pizza, which was tandoori chicken,
Tandoori chicken.
and like 2 bits of pakora. Especially, I was already in bed like that, ready to go to sleep, and then I got up to go and eat more stuff. So then I had shorts on for the first time ever because it's too hot outside. I've got legs like rugby players. That's no right.
Aye, but
And then, we were on 6k. I was going to the new Bridget part at Govan, and I said to Lisa, I'm actually not going to make it home right now. But then it went away.
do you know how I know she wasn't that desperate for it? But right, she never ran into Govan Cross toilets and done a shit in
I
there.
would never, and I'm on for
honestly,
Sundays do that.
one time me and Dean Campbell, right, my mate Dean, we were talking about how we just shit anyway, and I was like, I've actually done a shit one place I would never tell anybody it's where I've shit, not. He's like, is it Govan Cross toilets? And I was like, aye, how'd you know? He's like, because that's what I thought about that place. I've shat there and I thought myself I'd never tell anybody.
Oh, that place is actually vile.
I know, is that something? That's how you know, but I need to shite. What am I got today? Go home and shake my. I don't know how people can hold shites in.
Well,
I'm lucky if I can date for 20 minutes tops. If I need a shite, I've got 20 minutes to get to the toilet. Alright, I'm shitting my pants. I'm not even joking.
So I made it home, thankfully, and then Bo, I get in the house and I shouted on him, and he turned his telly and all that off because he was waiting on me, and I said, you waiting on me? He said, I said, turn your telly back on. Like, just fucking get off his shop. So then I went out running again the day, and I felt like it was starting to happen again, but I think it was maybe just like nerves, like starting to just build up in the run because it went away. So yeah, but I don't know how it's going to be running 21k.
You need to get a wee laxative the night before.
No. You need to take, is it Buscapin?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. But so basically, this has got to be my full new identity.
That'll be her new, it'll be, what do you call it? It'll be...
You're thinking of the right words here, aren't you? Because you say something that you wouldn't say in the podcast to me. But also as well, I thought what David was trying to tell me to tell you there was I've been sleeping a lot, sleepwalking a lot.
Aye,
recently.
I've been it all the time, man.
Yeah, I've been really. I've been doing miles in my sleep. By the way, I don't know if it's the practice of the old marathon, but so yesterday morning I woke up and I said to David, by the way, I'm got the doctors next week, and he said, how? And I says, because I keep sleepwalking really badly, like it's happening like all the time. And he's like, I just need to be honest with you, Georgia, I was playing basketball in the kitchen last night and that's what actually woke you up. And that genuinely, I thought my heart was going to like come out my chest. I was like, woke up so frightened with these like big bangs in the house.
It's the big bangs, it's the wee soft basketball I got off the TikTok
in
shop.
my sleep, everything must be magnified.
But I mean, it's a shite advert for it. To be fair, not when it woke her up with a fucking sleep, man, when I was downstairs, actually.
And
So
I
don't even get it.
ran down the stair and then I was like, what you doing? What you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just making myself a wee cup of tea. And then actually,
I was down the stairs, like pure dribbling, man. then obviously I had to come down the stairs, I flung it down where the bin and the thing was, not in the
Pure
bin.
acting, pure calm. And see that way as well, when I went into the kitchen, even though I'm sleeping, which I've explained to you before, it's like I'm sleeping but I know what I'm doing. I thought you looked a bit suspicious because I was just like staring at you, like, just go to bed. Just go to bed, I'm just making tea. Really? You're actually like...
To be fair, I actually did make tea, and that's when I seen the basketball. So I stuck the kettle when I seen the basketball, started dribbling. That's how I kind of, the tea was ready, the kettle was boiled, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ready for her. She tried to call me out in it. I was just like, she's like, why are you banging? But obviously, it's all basketball and all, you know what I mean? So I'm like, prove it.
Yeah. So I need to just wait and see what happens, but it seems to be getting worse.
Last night, you actually were sleeping for 4 minutes.
And then I was sleeping.
And then you're up and you're like, I mean, how long you been in your bed for? How long you been sleeping? Is the door shut? And I was like, Georgia, I'm going down the stairs to like go outside and stuff like that. I'll be back up and the door will get shut. And she's like, no, you need to do it now. I'm not be able to get back to sleep. No, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm chilling here for 5 minutes.
It's actually still light outside.
You know what I mean? You've been to sleep for 4 minutes. No, I will actually play the game with you usually when you're sleepwalking and try and cat. No, this is ridiculous. No, I mean, no playing this game.
Yeah.
That's encouraging you. No, I mean, no happening.
Listen, I don't want this any more than what you do.
No, so that's why I just nipped in the bud last night. I just lie down, roll here. And you're like, please, man, no be able to sleep. I was like, well, that's your fault then. That's your fault. I'm telling you, I'm going to go and date in 5 minutes. I'm sitting down a wee hang on my phone, just watching stuff and that, chilling.
Anyways, so that's us for this week. We have started watching you. That's why.
Can I just see what's got to happen? I can.
And he's how it's
sick
going to
of Joe's bullshit. I'm sick of it.
Right, okay.
Know
So
what I mean? Loves the game. I'm
come
murdering.
back next. Oh, Bo's telling it we can do. Bo's right now in Curtis' studios, get his Crocs off, his jacket out of the
He's
top,
got my
his
jumper behind
headphones
him.
on. Aye, David's jumper behind him. He's chilling.
Chilling.
So by the time we come back next week, we'll have watched you.
Hopefully.
Well, aye.
Well, now we've got Sunday. Now we've got Sunday. We've got every Sunday.
Oh, aye, because it's cancelled and all gutted. But anyways, I
definitely
hope
got
you
about
have
100
enjoyed
files.
this episode and we'll catch back up with you next week.
And I will see you then. A big
Bye-bye.
thank you to Becca.
Oh, thank you, Becca.
And see you later.
Bye.